Hi there, friends. Do you know there's a place you can only go when your brain's temperature is hot? Hot, hot. That feeling of dizziness and lightness is a sign of fever dreamland calling you. You can get there by simply falling asleep, but make sure to not fall asleep in your fun fever dream. You may never wake up.
Hi, honey. You're finally here again. It's been so long since we saw you, and it's been a long time since you visited Fever Dreamland, correct? You've grown up so much, but you are all melty, unfortunately, because of your fever. I remember, you used to be really scared to come here, so you would try to push off sleeping for a while, but I'm telling you, it's not as bad as you think it is, especially now that you're a little older. So, in order for me to fix up your melting skin and your boiling brain, I need to check how hot it is and if I could, feel a heartbeat in there. Things work a little differently down here, so is it okay if I touch you? Thank you. I wonder if you remember me. I feel like I was like an aunt to you back then. I am just going to be taking this adorable clip and clipping back your melting skin. Yeah, don't worry, we'll fix it all up. And unfortunately, not just your skin has melted, it's your features too. Which is fine. My job is to customize you. You see, in my adorable little salon, that's all we do here. I'll be able to customize your looks, your features, your personality as well. If you struggle with some things, anything is possible here. There we go. Okay, let me just put another one over here. Okay, we got most of it out of the way, on your face at least. And I'm going to be taking this and just, putting this against your head and seeing how bad you have it. So, are you ready? Just stay still, no breathing required. Just gonna... Okay, I'm listening. I hear a lot of bubbles, since your brain is bubbling and boiling. Okay, and over here. No sickness or illness exists here, by the way. As long as you stay awake, you'll be fine. Just don't fall asleep in here. That's the only advice that I would give you. Okay. All right. So, checking your brain, it is quite hot. But that's just the norm here. Okay, it's going to stay hot. But we're just going to save your body and your personality so that it doesn't melt away. Okay? So now that we checked your brain and the state of it, I want to check and see what kind of customization would suit you best, suit your anatomy best and your personality best. So I'm going to be using this lens over here to just look at you, okay? It's a special lens so I can see things that humans can't. Okay. All right, your eyes over here. Sadly, your nose did melt off. But that's totally fine. Beauty standards and whatever it is, it's totally different over here. So the more not human you look, the more, attractive you are perceived. It's just a whole society over here. And trust me, we are so grateful for you because without you, we would not exist. All right. So just looking at that, and I'm just going to look over at your body, okay? Of course, uncomfortable zones I'm not going to look at. Don't worry about that. I do not want to invade your privacy. Okay, so now that I checked, I think that we can give you bigger eyes. Your fever is pretty bad to the point that it is affecting your vision. So how about we give you some big googly eyes? Oh, trust me, there's a lot of entities and creatures out there in Feverland that have bigger eyes than this. But for a starter, I think this is perfect. What do you think? Do you want 2 eyes, 1 eye, 3 eyes? What would you like? Okay, you want 2. That makes sense. This is all very strange to you, but I truly hope you enjoy your stay in Feverland. So I will save this for you, and you can also change whatever skin tone you want. I like to preserve my skin tone as like humanly as possible, but if you want crazy colors like blue, green, yellow, purple, red, anything like that is possible. So what would you like? You want something like that? How interesting. I love that we can do it. And as you can see, I have some charms on my face. So these will stay on no matter what, unless you come back to me to change them. So you have nothing to worry about while you stay in Feverland. So would you like some of these? They really elevate your look. Makes you look adorable. And I think back in the human world, they call it decora, like decora style. So would you like some? I have a fresh pack over here. Sounds amazing. And for your hair, we're going to do personality next, but let's think about how we're going to customize your hair. Is it okay if I touch your hair? Yeah. Now, your hair follicles and everything, they're also damaged because of the heat that is coming out of your skull. So we are going to have to, snip them off and, wax your scalp. Don't worry, you won't feel a thing. You don't feel any pain in Feverland. So I'm just going to do that. And how about I show you some hair follicles that are trendy here? Okay, the most trendy hair type here right now are jelly hairs. So for example, these are the jelly hairs that we have. They're really stretchy, so you can customize them whenever you want. If you want them shorter, you can just scrunch them up and they'll stay like that. But if you want them longer, you can, pull on them and they get longer. They're really cute. And I think they also taste like candy. I don't know, you could try them later if you want, but these are the trending jelly hair. So, would you like these? I mean, if your skin tone is going to be something that colorful, I figured you would like something just as colorful for your hair. Yeah? Okay, very good. We can talk about the color later unless you want them like rainbow like this. I remember you being the most creative kid ever, when you first visited Feverland. Oh, unfortunately, you were scared of everyone here, which makes sense, We look quite strange. At least I try to preserve my more human looks for you since it's been a while, but yeah. So now let's get started with customizing you. Okay, so now first step of customization, I'm just going to have to pull off those melted skin flaps. Totally fine, I'll try to glue them back up, but these are just too much, okay? Okay, so hold still. I am just going to be taking this, and again, it's not going to hurt. Just may feel a little gross to you at first. I'm very used to this. Okay. Now let me just take that. There we go. That is an excess skin flap. So I'm just going to discard of it. And now let me take it over here. I'm just going to, try to take as much as possible. And there we go. Another bit of skin flap. And now over here. I'm just going to, there we go. Okay, actually a little more. Yeah, let's try to go for a little more. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Well, my name is Mazey. You gave me that name when you were younger. You were obsessed with flowers, especially daisies, so you saw me and you were like, oh, I can call you Mazey. So ever since then, I go as Mazey. So you can just refer to me as that and try to remember me because, I missed you. Okay, and now some over here. Just going to take that. And besides, if I want to tell you my real name, you wouldn't understand. It's in a different language. All of us fever dream entities, speak the same kind of language, but it's something that you can't understand. Okay, very go. Very good. Okay, so now that we removed all the excess skin flaps, I'm going to be using this to try to, glue up the patches of skin. Okay, so I'm going to be using this to glue it up, and then I'll be using a special iron to really set it in place. Now, again, things work differently in Feverland, so there's nothing to worry about. Just might look a little scary, okay? So let me take this, and I'm going to be kind of gluing up those skin flaps. Okay, now over here. Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, looks better, but it'll look perfect once I iron it out, okay? Okay, now I'm just going to, just put it over your nose since your nose did melt off. No worries. Isn't it so cool that even if your nose is gone, you have no problem breathing? I find it fantastical. Okay, very good. And now that I kind of made the base like that, it's time for me to use the hot iron. Now, again, it's gonna feel like sizzly, bubbly, ticklish, but nothing painful, okay? So first, I am going to be setting it as face. Yeah, we'll do your face, okay? And I'm just going to have to spray you with the special liquid, okay? Okay, stay still. I'm going to put this all over you. Thankfully, your body is not that melted, so I don't have to pull out any skin flaps. It's just, the parts near your brain that's melting everything. Okay, that's enough water. And now I'm just going to iron you out, okay? We'll do it like more upwards. Yeah, we'll do it more upwards so that you get a nice snatched face. I feel like that is what you would like in the human world. So, how old are you now? Are you still in school? Don't tell me. Do you have a job now? A grown-up job? Oh my goodness. Oh, that is special. Oh, we're never lucky enough to have you on your birthday so that we can celebrate it with you. But maybe that's a good thing. I mean, why would you want to be so sick on your birthday, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Short thinking. Okay, now I'm just going to smooth out your neck. Okay, just smoothing it out. And like I told you, it's looking so perfect. No skin flap in sight. Perfect. Now, before I change out your eyes, because they're becoming kind of gummy-like since they're melting, and we did decide to give you some big googly eyes to help your vision and your experience here overall, I'm going to have these little mochi friends eat away at the remainder of your unnecessary features, like the rest of your nose since it's almost gone, and some parts of your eyes. I have different, adorable mochi friends. So let me just take this one and they're gonna eat away at you, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna... especially your nose. Very good. Oh, again, don't worry about your features completely disappearing. Once you wake up, when your fever is gone, we'll miss you. Everything is going to just stay normal. So I encourage you to be as creative as possible while you're here with me. Okay, now let's use some different animal friends. I have this caterpillar. Look at this chubby caterpillar, yeah. Having a nice time eating off of you. So I'm just gonna take this and we're going to eat off some of your eye stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, where would you be staying? I'm just thinking. You could stay with me, When you first came here, you stayed with me and you took quite a liking of my house and everything around. But I am going to have to send you to school because it's going to help you, socialize with everyone more and just get used to how it is here. So, don't worry, everything is going to be just fine. All the entities here know about you, obviously, because you run this entire place. So, there we go. They're eating away at your eye. Say thank you to them. They do a very hard job. Very good. Okay, so now that I did that, it is time for me to pull out your goopy eyes. So I'm just going to need you to really open wide for me. Open wide. And you're just going to feel, relief, if anything, just like a gentle bump. So I am going to be taking this tool over here that I use to extract the unnecessary skin flaps. And I'm going to go over here and just gently take it. Very good. Look at that. It's almost the color of my hair. Adorable, adorable. So I just got this. As you can see, it's very gummy-like. You don't want that. You can't even see through that. So now I'm just going to go over here, open your eyes real wide again, and I'm going to, I'm going to really try to take it out in one piece, all right? This one is a little more stubborn, so 1, 2, 3. There we go. Smells like candy. Everything smells sweet here, but like sickly sweet. It's gonna smell like cough syrup and all like that because that's what you really rely on while you're sick and have a fever. Now, in order for me to really insert those big googly eyes, I am going to have to use this to really keep that in place, okay? It's also going to heal your eye sockets while you're here. So I'm just going to, put this into your eye socket, just like that. Okay, pretty good. And now some more over here. Okay, very good. It'll also help with your vision even more. So, time for the first googly eye. Isn't it so cute? We could give you like matching eyelashes, but they'll have to be custom made. You'll have to come a little later for me to have, completed them. So I'm just going to be taking this and just sliding it in, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna slide it in. Don't worry, I know it looks too like ginormous, but it'll make its way in. Very good. Now blink, blink, blink. All right, good. So now for the other one, I am just going to slide this again. Blink, blink. Okay. Amazing. They have been installed just fine. Okay, now that your eyes are all settled in, it is time for me to change your overall skin tone since you want it to be just something more colorful and something more artistic, creative, whatever it is. So I have this fun, sticky little thing over here, and it's going to help you turn into whatever color you want. So let us start. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to apply this all over you. Don't worry, it's going to be even, nothing patchy. This isn't makeup. This is like Fever Dreamland genetics, something like that. So, very good. And do you want me to give you a little makeup like mine? As you can see, I am obsessed with polka dots lately. I love them so much. And would you like something like that? It doesn't have to be polka dots, but it could be just something, that fits your new skin tone. Yeah, very good. Okay, Don't worry, I do makeup, I do, therapy, I do everything. Anything that's customizable, I do it here. So, okay, now how about I do some on your body, okay? Okay, let me just go over here. Okay. And I think that is good enough for your skin tone. You are looking like a blueberry or a fruit, something like that. So, now. Oh, you want a nose? Is it hard? It shouldn't be hard to breathe through your mouth. I think it's like a placebo effect, which is very normal, especially if you haven't been here in a while. So let me give you just like a nose. Hold still. Let's see. Do we have anything to make your nose out of? Yes, we do. How could we forget? This over here, your excess skin flap. I can make your nose really quick and, just give you some nostrils. Okay. Do you have a shape that you wanted in, like a heart? You just want a normal nose? That's totally understandable. So let me just put this over here and make you a cute nose. Just gonna, very good. And let me just, okay. And let me make you the nostrils, all right? I'm going to be taking this and just picking away the entrance for the nostril effect, okay? All right. One nostril done. And now over here. Does it feel like you can breathe easier now? That is so interesting. Very interesting. Well, now you have a nose. And let me just cover it up with the same skin tone. And there we go. So for your makeup, I am able to manifest anything that you wanted as a kid or anything you want now, but I feel like it's just more sentimental if I bring something from your childhood. So I have this over here. Remember this Claire's palette? Super adorable, isn't it? I remember when you first used it, you were so, amazed by that feature. So I have some over here. I honestly think that since you look like a fruit now because of your feature, skin tone, whatever, anything like that, how about I go in with some icy blue? Yeah, let me just go in with some icy blue. It's like in gel form. I remember this. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see, but it's like very sparkly. It'll appear as more blue on your face. So can I put this on your eyes? Okay, I'm just going to. Very blue. Okay, and now some more over here. Look at those sparkles. Okay, very cute. And what other color would you like? You want some purple? Okay, we could do some purple. All right, let me just take the purple. Very good. Again, it's gonna appear more on your skin. So I'm just going to dab that on. Okay, and just a little more. Okay, all right, so how about we use another makeup thing? Now just really think about something that you wanted as a child, okay? You didn't have to own it. I could still manifest it. So go ahead. Okay. I know exactly what you're thinking about. Is it this? Look at it. I know you always loved dessert-themed kind of things, so I manifested it for you. You had no reason to be so scared of Feverland. I understand, but it's like just a dreamland over here. Just more chaotic. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna open this up look at that. So how about we add some yellow, just to make it really pop. After all, a lot of things are, sunshine themed over here. So I have some yellow over here. So let me just, I'm actually putting it on your cheeks. I think it'll suit you really well as an adorable blush. Okay. And just a little more. Okay, and now let's see. I can use the lippy in here for your lips. Here we go. It's like a crayon. I have no idea how this would work, but I think it works. Oh, it's actually pretty pigmented. So, pucker up. All right, I'm just going to. Do you use makeup in the real world? I see. Well, you've grown up quite beautifully. I'm so proud of you, and I'm sure that your real life parents are proud of you too. And I think that's really good for your makeup. Again, if you want custom eyelashes for your big googly eyes, you will have to, just let me know. But now it's time for exciting part, the charms. So I have some adhesive over here, and I'm just going to dot this all over your face like the polka dots so that I could just, put on whatever charms you want. Okay? Okay, so let me just take this. Oh, by the way, I don't mean to scare you, but I just need you to know that because we are formed from your subconsciousness, not just positive things exist. Not just positive and kind entities exist. You may come across jealous entities, negative entities, things like that, and they could really do whatever to you, but don't worry. Nothing's gonna hurt, and this is all just a dream. When you wake up, it's all over. So just making sure you know that, okay? I'm just going to dot that all over your face. Okay, and now over here. Okay, very good. So now that the adhesive has settled down, this is just a little selfish, desire of mine. I do want to give you one of these adorable bear charms. As you can see, I have a bear charm over here, and I think this is the only bear charm I have, but using one of these would be so adorable. So we have pink over here. It would look adorable as blush. And we have like a really gummy type of bear over here. And we have a white bear over here, like a yogurt gummy. So which one would you like? You want this one and this one? Both cheeks? Adorable, adorable. I love that. So now I am just going to be taking this and putting it right over here. Okay, the cheek. And there we go. And now for this one, I'm just gonna take this and put it right over here. Adorable. I truly love the human Decora and Harajuku style. How about I use this adorable bunny rainbow on you? I think it's so adorable, especially with your makeup. Very colorful. So, how about that? Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just put this right over here. Put that in place. Okay, and fitting that, I think that we should put this cloudy mushroom charm on you. You can't really see like the stem, but it's purple, and there's like, sky there. I think it's very unique. Yeah, I'm just going to put this right over here. Okay, And oh my goodness, we can't miss out on this. Look at it. I feel like we're going for a very like weird core type of style over here. So how about the star? Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna put that there. And how about lastly, we give you a little candy stick. Oh my gosh, that would be adorable. Actually, let's add two. Yeah, I have a yellow one. So I'm going to add the pink one right over here. Okay. And now for the yellow one over here, and we will be finished. So I'm just going to. And there we go. Is it okay if I kind of just tap on them and see how stuck they are? Thank you. I'm just going to. They're stuck all right. Now that we gave you the decor charms, I want to give you some decor stickers. They're very colorful, that's what it is. But I feel like this would really elevate your look and make you feel more like you belong here. I feel like looks play a very big part in that. So, yeah. Is it okay if I put some on you? Okay, thank you. I'm thinking, how about I give you some polka dot hearts? Oh my goodness. How could I resist? Look at them. Polka dots? Exactly. So let me use this. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's like polka dot hearts. So I got that over here. And I think I'm going to put this right over here. Okay, I'm just going to... Okay, very nice. And that's very good. And now, how about I give you a smiley face? How about this silly one? Fits very well with, you know, the fever dreamland aesthetic. So I'm just going to take this. Okay. And I want to actually put this on your forehead. I think that would look really cute. How about that? Okay. I'm just going to take this. Just add that over here. Very cute. And one last huge heart sticker. I think since we did the polka dot, we could go for something just like this, the blue. So yeah, let me just take that and finish off your face decor. Okay, just going to take this, just apply it right over here. And oh, very cute. There we go. Now for your hair. Before I wax off your entire scalp, I am going to have to cut off all the burnt hair that you have. So let me just go on ahead, okay? Okay. Again, don't worry. Your real hair in real life is totally fine. But right now here, we're seeing the effects of the fever. Okay. Now I'm just going to be taking some over here with my fingers and isn't it such a cute pair of scissors? I know, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And the size is totally fine since you don't have that much hair left anyways. It's just burnt, you know? Okay. And let me just lastly get some over here. Okay, and I think you are ready for the wax. So I have this over here, and this is hair wax in a bottle. It's quite colorful. I love it, and it smells like candy. Again, I feel like, again, everything smells like candy here. So I'm just going to be taking some over here and rolling this all over your scalp. Okay, just going to rolling that all over. I can't wait to see what you would look like with, you know, the jelly hair. Okay, very good. right. That looks good. And now we're just going to let it sit for about 5 seconds, and I'm going to tap on it just to see if it's hardened or not, okay? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me tap on it. I'm just going to... Seems hardened, very good. Okay, now, are you ready? Yeah, brace yourself. It's not gonna hurt. It's just gonna be a little pressure. So, hold still. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. Okay, now I have a matching hair scalp healer, and it is also like purple pink. It comes with a set if you buy it from my salon. So I am just going to be using this and just putting it all over your scalp to really let it heal and help promote, jelly hair growth, because I'm going to be putting it in. Okay, I'm just going to... Don't worry about the color. It won't dye your hair. Again, I could recolor anything however you want. And there we go. Okay, so now it's time for us to implant your hair. Here we have the special jelly hair follicles. And, which color do you want? Do you want it to be all colorful? I could just make your hair look like a pretty rainbow. Or we could choose just a specific color. Which would you like? All of them? Amazing choice. They're just like me. So I'm going to be taking this first, this blue one. And again, you could, customize whatever length you want it. If you want it longer, you could do this. If you want it shorter, you could just clip it up. Okay? So I'm going to be taking this and just poking it in your scalp. Okay? Just gonna poke it in, so hold still. I think this is a good place to do it. I'm just going to... Okay, one right there. I'm just gonna put it to the side. Okay, and now orange, like mine. Okay, I'm just going to put this one actually right over here. I'm just going to poke it into place in your scalp. All right, look at that. Yep, okay, very good. And now, how about some pink? Now, I think the pink would look really good next to the blue. Yep, okay, very good. I'm just going to put this right over here and poke it in. Really poke that in, yeah. It won't come undone, don't worry about it. I've done this many of times. And that looks good. Okay. And now purple. Where do you want this? Okay. We can do that for you. I'm just going to put this right over here and just poke it in. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and now we have 2 other colors left. Now, depending on how your vision is, this may look a little transparent to you, but to other people, it's green. So, how would you like these colors? Would you like this over here, here? Let me know. Okay, we could definitely do that. So you want 2 over here. Okay, and don't worry, I'll just, finish the rest of your hair with the same jelly, hair follicles. So I have green over here. I'm just going to be pushing that in. And now the yellow. It's not exactly blonde, but it's still pretty good in my opinion. Okay, now that I finished everything, I'm just going to be taking this part over here and just combing it out. Very good. Don't they feel so nice on your skin? It should not be irritating at all. Okay. And now that they're all like that, I'll give it some treatment so that it stays bouncy and, moisturized. And now let me take your hair over here. There we go. And I'm just going to... Okay. Like that. And now I think it is time for your treatment. Now for a special conditioner, I have this over here. Does that remind you of a lava lamp? It's going to help preserve whatever colors that we got going on and keep it nice and moisturized. Honestly, oily is good in this situation for your jelly hair. So I'm just going to take this and I am going to shake it up. And I'm just going to be applying this right over here. Yeah, we're just going to make sure that it's properly coated everywhere. And now over here. What kind of subjects are you into? You are a very creative person, so I feel like art class would suit you a lot at school. Okay, and now in the back. Just flip that. Okay, very good. I hydrated that completely, and I think it is an amazing time to style this. Okay, so I have two options for you. I have a straightener, a good handy dandy straightener that I could just straighten all your jelly hair, so it's going to be really nice and like flowy. Or I can use a curler. So which one would you like? Both? Okay, tell me about it. Where should I straighten? Oh, so you want the front parts to be like curly like mine, and you want the rest of them to be kind of like flowy like this, right? Oh, amazing. You have such a great style. I love that. So let me curl your front pieces first, okay? So I'm just going to be taking your jelly hair over here. And let me just open it up and wrap it around. And close it. And now I'm just going to curl it like this. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling a lot more welcome here, a lot less afraid and more excited? Oh, that is amazing to hear. Amazing to hear. And who knows, maybe you'll meet a friend that make you want to stay longer. So I'm just going to be taking the jelly hair over here as well. And just, okay. And I'm going to be curling them. Okay. And I think that's very good. Okay, let me just bounce them up, all right? Okay, very nice. They look just like this. And now for the rest of your flowy hair, I'm going to be taking this and just straightening that out. You can't straighten it just like normal hair, because that'll change the length. Jelly type hair, they're very sensitive to changes, whether you pull on them, something like that. So I'm just going to, straighten them like this. I'm going to straighten them like this. Now over here, just sliding it through. Okay, we're almost done. And now on the back. okay? Now, your hair is absolutely adorable. Well, now, for easier transportation, I am going to have to pump some air into you. If you were able to see outside, a lot of the fever dream entities or fever dream people, they're walking very like light. It's almost as if gravity is like more non-existent here. So I'm just going to be pumping some air into you, okay? Okay, yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to make you fly away into oblivion. So just give me your arm, please. Okay, just going to be taking your arm over here and just making sure that's on tight. How's that? Okay. And now I am going to be controlling the air level a little higher over here. Not too high. This is like fly away high, but you are feeling a lot more down right now. So I'm just going to, keep it like that. And it is time for me to pump that air in. So let me just... How's that feeling? Right. You feel a lot more, lightweight. You feel a lot less anxious, right? I love that for you. I love that. Okay, and I think that is good enough. And speaking of anxiety and, negative emotions and fear, I have something that would, help you very much and also keep you stylish. Okay, so now that I pumped that air in you, you are a lot more bouncy, but I just have to check if you can bend your limbs all right and if you could actually walk properly. If you can't, I'm going to, just extract some of the air from those parts. So just let me, check your limbs, okay? Okay, so I'm going to be taking this and just... All right, can you bend that for me, please? Okay, seems all right. Okay, now over here. Okay, how's that? You can't move your neck very well? Okay, let me just extract some of that air. Okay, now try to move it. Very good, very good. And now over here, I'm just going to... Okay, now just move that for me. Okay, it could be smoother, so I'm just going to... Okay, and now lastly over here. Okay, I'm just going to... Now do that for me. Okay, seems perfect. You feel comfortable, am I correct? Okay, very good, very good. If you need anything altered, just come to me again. Now, I'm going to be giving you something called personality clips. It's going to make you like extremely stylish. It's going to make you feel confident in your looks, but also alter your personality. It's going to alter your happiness levels, your anxiety levels. So here we have them. I got them specifically from Strawberry Shortcake brand so that, you feel more connected to when you felt like more energetic and more positive as a child. So here we are. Now, before I put them in your hair, I am going to have to do a little personality questionnaire, okay? So that we can give you the right personality chips. So, question for you, number 1. When do you feel the most anxiety and how intense is that feeling for you? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right. Okay, well, that's a very high level. So for that, I think the best for you is this one over here. It's full of heart confetti glitter. So we're going to install that personality into your hair, okay? Adorable. This is going to help you a lot in those, anxious situations. It'll help you socialize better, connect with people better. All around amazing. So let me just slide this over here. Okay, I'm just gonna clasp that. And very good. Now, Question number 2. What makes you the happiest and what makes you the most upset? And how often do you feel both emotions? Okay. You do feel happiness, but it's very easy for it to be like ruined. It's very easy for you to become negative again. Okay, I see. All right, and for that, I think that we should give you a good mix. Okay, it's like a mix of these, and that is going to help you balance out those negative and positive emotions, because it seems like you're more prone to feeling like negative and positive. So I'm going to give you this, and it's going to change your personality into something more stable. Okay, so let me put this right over here. Okay, let me just clasp that. Oh, crunchy one. That means it's going to make a heck of a difference. Okay, now let's see. So last question, question number 3. What about yourself do you want to change the most? Okay. You want to be just more confident in yourself and more of a risk taker, huh? Okay. I see, I understand that. And for that, I think our last clip should be this one. You see how it's all just silver, sparkly stars? Well, this is going to help you feel more comfortable in being the star of the show. It's going to give you a personality type that's so much more confident. And you should be confident, you know? Like, you have every reason and right to be. So it's going to remind yourself of all the good things about yourself and just make you more, like, affirmed in that. So let me lastly put this one over here. Okay, let me just clasp that. Oh, that crunch. Does it sound really good? I love it. I used to use these a lot back when I had to work on myself. I don't need them anymore because I've conquered, the things that I didn't like about myself. It's never too late to change. So there we go. Now that we put in those personality clips, how are you feeling? A lot better, right? A lot more, confident in yourself, everything that you wanted to feel. That's amazing. Well, you must be wondering, what the hell is that, Mazey? Well, it's a little friend that works at the salon, and basically it's just going to eat away at all the negative thoughts that you have in your brain. It's going to scan it and make, sure that you leave my salon and move on just more at peace. Of course, the personality chips and the clips, it just makes things better, but this is really the final boss. So let me just take this, and it's going to eat away at those negative energies on your brain. Isn't it quite tickly? I've had this done myself before. When something horrible happens and I just feel so down about myself, I, ask it to clean up my brain. Okay, that's pretty good. And I think it's done its job. Thank you. I'm very happy about that. Now, after that cleanup, this is truly the last for your, personality and mental. Since you said that it's very easy for you to have like negative ideas pile up more than positive ideas, I am going to be using these little things to kind of just take space in your brain. It's going to take space in your brain so that the negative energies don't fill up so quickly. Okay, so first I'm going to be taking this. This is related to love, whether it's like friendship, family, relationships. I'm just going to put that thought right in there so that it blocks off the negative and anxious thoughts about love. So there we go. And now this. This is literally just joy. just happiness, warmth, positivity. It's gonna stop those negative thoughts from seeping in too quick. So I'm just going to take this and just inserting it in there. Okay, and now this is going to help you just be more confident in yourself. It's just confident ideas, honestly almost like narcissistic, but in your case I feel like you kind of need it, you know, just to balance things out. So I'm going to be taking this and just putting that right in there. Okay. And lastly, how about we do just curiosity? It's a positive curiosity though. This is going to help you just be able to adjust better in Fever Dreamland and just be curious about how things work around here. It's going to make things more fun for you, okay? So I'm just going to put this right over here. And I think we're good. Now, just to up your style a little bit and also helping with, you know, your feelings here, I have some mood jewelry. Now, you used to believe in these as a kid, which makes so much sense. And who knows, maybe that magic is real. Yeah, so I have this over here. And this one is in the form of a bracelet. I feel like you use bracelets more than any other jewelry. So here, do you want to try? Whenever you get sad or angry or upset, I'm gonna get a message through this bracelet just so that I can check up on you. You know, we don't want you spiraling in Fever Dreamland. It's already chaotic here. So let me just slide this on your wrist. Just gonna... Okay, how's the size? Good? Okay, there we go. And that is just going to track your mood for me. And now, I'm thinking this cloud earring over here, it's going to stop you from overthinking so much. I think you really need this. And this over here is going to also help you with just making friends with the other entities out here. I don't want you to be too alone. You see, I'm very busy at the salon all the time, so I won't be able to see you too often. So it's nice that you can make some friends. So let me put this on your ear so that you can stop overthinking so much. Trust me, it'll help. I'm just going to slide that in. Okay, very cute. And now this. All right, let me just put this right over here. Okay, and I love that. Everything looks so nice. And is there a specific type of aura that you want to give off? Just like a specific type of vibe. For me, I use Aura Perfume, and I could use it on you too. And my Aura Perfume just makes me come off as more friendly, more welcoming. Obviously, I look more human than the other entities to match that. But for you, you could just give off like main character energy, something like that. Whatever you want. Okay. Oh, I could definitely do that for you. Let me just grab it, okay? All right, so here is your personal Aura Perfume. And I'm just going to spritz it on you, okay? Before you leave my salon. All right, so stay still. I'm just going to... Okay, so you can also keep this. Spritz it on whenever you need just a boost of confidence. I would totally recommend that. And now everything seems so nice. Your brain is still boiling, but at least your body is now customized to fit that. So I will talk to you soon and keep that mood bracelet on so I can check up on how you're doing. Okay? Have fun.